morning. This is the second session of the engineering entrance topics in mathematics. So today I am discussing the second session of sequences and series, the problems in sequence and series. So one session is already over. At the beginning of the session, always I tell you this is meant for students for revision. The revision of the topics. I am not going to talk about the basics, nor any formulas, nor any theorems, nor any derivations. It is understood that you have studied that in your college and in your professional classes. This is only for you when there is 10 days for the exam, or when you have finished studying everything, just to revise what type of problems might come like that. Then certainly it will help you. So this is the second session in sequences and series. And it is the seventh topic, like I have done permutation, combinations, etc. like that. Seventh topic, sequence and series. In that it is the second session. So the eighth question, still 7 questions I have solved yesterday. The eighth question: if 1 comma half log base 3, 3 power 1 minus x plus 2 comma log 3 base 3, 4 into 3 power x minus 1 are in AP, that is arithmetic progression, then x equals A log 4 base 3, B 1 minus log 4 base 3, C 1 minus log 3 base 4, D log 3 base 4. So once again I repeat, if 1 comma half log base 3, 3 power 1 minus x plus 2 comma log base 3, 4 into 3 power x minus 1 are in AP, that is arithmetic progression, then x equals A log 4 base 3, B 1 minus log 4 base 3, C 1 minus log 3 base 4, and D log 3 base 4. Okay. Now you can see here that 1 and log 1 comma log 3 3 power 1 minus x power 2 comma log base 3 4 into 3 power x minus 1 given to be in AP. AP means that is called arithmetic progression. There is a common difference. Okay. A is the first term, D is the common difference. That, and also when it is given 3 terms, the middle one will be the arithmetic mean of the exteriors 2, that is 1 and the first and the last terms. When 3 terms are given, the middle one will be the arithmetic mean of the first and the last, because it just like a simple mean, just like average. So what happens here, the middle term is equal to half into log base 3, 3 power 1 minus x plus 2 is equal to sum of the first and the last, 1 plus log base 3, 4 into 3 power x minus 1 divided by 2. 1 plus log base 3, 4 into 3 power x minus 1 divided by 2. That 2 we cross multiply here. Okay. 2 and 2 get cancelled. Log base 3, 3 power 1 minus x plus 2 equals 1 can be written as log 3 base 3 plus log 4 into 3 power x minus 1 base 3, like this. So 1 purposely written as log 3 base 3. You know, logarithm of any number to the same base is 1. These are all the basic concept fundamentals in logarithms. So why I took here 3 question is because here 3 and 3 is there, I can use the rules of logarithms. Rules of logarithms can be used only when the bases are same. So we can use the first formula, that is log m plus log n, bases are same, equals log mn, or reverse, converse, log mn equals log m plus log n, whatever. So we get here log base 3, 3 power 1 minus x plus 2 equals log base 3, 3 into 4 into 3 into bracket 4 into 3 power x minus 1. Now here what happens here, log base 3, both sides can be removed or cancelled, whatever we can remove. So we get 3 power 1 minus x plus 2 equals 3 into bracket 4 into 3 power x minus 1 close bracket. Now here what I have done, I use now comes actually the simplification part, that is nothing but 9th standard mathematics basic things, that is to solve. So a power m plus n is equal to a power m into a power n. A power m plus n is equal to a power m into a power n. So 3 power 1 minus x will be 3 power 1 into 3 power minus x. 3 power 1 minus x will be 3 power 1 into 3 power minus x plus 2, actually plus 2. So here what we get, here again I multiply, 3 into 4 is 12, 12 into 3 power x minus 3. Now what I will do, I will take 3 power x as y. I will take 3 power, this is all the simplification process. You have done many times in your study of mathematics. Actually, you students have studied now mathematics approximately 12 years. So you know all these basic ideas. So let 3 power x equals y if I take 3 power x as y, 3 power minus x will be 1 by y. If I take 3 power x as y, 3 power minus x will be 1 by y. That is 3 by y plus 2 is equal to 12y minus 3. So here I multiply by y, 3 plus 2y apply is equal to 12y squared minus 3y. Minus 3y minus 2y will be minus 5y. So 12y squared minus 5y minus 3 equals 0 I get. And then comes the question of factorizing this. Factorization is there almost in all the problems which you have mastered in 8th or 9th standard. Factorization can be done either by formula method, that is, suppose you consider the quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c, x equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac by 2a. Or you can also factorize, the procedure is there, or you can use completing the square method, or you can use inspection method, whatever. So by factorizing this, I will not go to explain that quadratic equation which you have studied in 8th, 9th standard. So I will factorize this, you will get live. So any doubt, please ask me. You get 3y plus 1, 3y plus 1 into 4y minus 3 equals 0. From this I take each one of them, 3y plus 1 equals 0. So y is minus 1 by 3, 4y minus 3 equals 0, y equals 3 by 4. So I got here two answers, y equals minus 1 by 3 or 3 by 4. I reject the negative values, I take only positive values and check. If I don't get the answer in this, then I take the other one. So I reject negative values, I take positive values. Y is 3 by 4, this positive value. But what is the value of y? 3 power x. 3 power x equals 3 by 4. Now by the definition of logarithm, by the starting basic definition of logarithm, I get this step. That is, if log a base b equals m, log a base b equals m, log a base b equals m, then a is equal to b power m. Or in other words, if a is equal to b power m, then log a base b equals m. That is the definition. So you can see here, see, this will be the base, 3 power x, like this, 3 power x. I will just show it by annotation, 3 power x. So here, this you got this from, because y is 3 power. Then we use the from here till here. So we use how we got it. Log x equals, this x will come here, x equals, okay, this base, actually this base 3, that 3 will come here, base 3. So this 3, if I have, so this 3 will come here, okay, this x will come here, see, x will come here, 3 will come here, and 3 by 4 will be here. So reverse also same, that definition. Okay, then what happens here? X equals log m by n, the rule of division, quotient. Log m by n, any base is equal to log m minus log n, same base. So it will be log 3 base 3 minus log 4 base 3, and log 3 base 3 is 1. 1 minus log 4 base 3, and I think that is option 1 minus log 4 base 3 is option B, the second option. I hope you have followed it. So once again I will explain it. See, if 1 comma half log base 3, 3 power 1 minus x plus 2, comma log 3, 4 into 3 power x minus 1 are in AP, that is arithmetic progression, then x equals A log 4 base 3, B 1 minus log 4 base 3, C 1 minus log 3 base 4, and D log 3 base 4. Okay. Now, since it is given these three terms are in AP, arithmetic progression, the middle one will be the arithmetic mean. So I can say the middle one, suppose A, B, C are in AP, then I can say B equals A plus C by 2, or 2B equals A plus C, same thing, 2B. 2 into half into log base 3, 3 power 1 minus x plus 2 equals A plus C, 1 plus log base 3, 4 into 3 power x minus 1. 2 and 2 get cancels, log base 3, 3 power 1 minus x plus 2 equals, log 1 can be written as log 3 base 3, plus log base 3, 4 into 3 power x minus 1. Here log base 3, 3 power 1 minus x plus 2 equals, log m plus log n is log mn, log base 3, 3 into bracket 4 into 3 power x minus 1. So base is same, so I can write 3 into 3 power 1 minus x plus 2 equals 3 into 4 into 3 power x minus 1. So this can be written as a power m plus n can be written as a power m into a power n, 3 into 3 power minus x plus 2 equals 4 into 3, 12 into 3 power x minus 3. Okay. Now I'll take 3 power x as y, so that 3 power minus x will be 1 by y. So 3 by y plus 2 equals 12y minus 3. So 12y squared minus 5y plus minus 3. 12y squared minus 5y minus 3 equals 0. So by factorizing this, I will get 3y plus 1 into 4y minus 3, which implies y equals minus 1 by 3, or 3 by 4. So then I reject the negative value. I take the positive value. Y is equal to 3 by 4, because from here I took the positive value. But I have taken here y as 3 power x. So 3 power x equals 3 by 4. Then from here till here, by the definition of logarithms, x equals log 3 by 4 base 3, that is log 3 minus log 4 base 3. So log 3 base 3 minus log 4 base 3. Log 3 base 3 is 1 minus log 4 base 3, that is b. So 1 minus log 4 base 3. So this will be the option, that is the option is b. Hope it is clear. So any doubt, please come and ask me. I will explain it again. It's clear. So now I'll go to the next question, that is question number 9. That is second question of today, but it's question number 9 in this, because this is the second session. So first, always I told you, in mathematics, in entrance exam or in any exams in mathematics, consider mathematical type, numerical types, read the question properly. I have been telling again and again, read the question properly, understand the question. 95% of the data is there in the question. Then your theory. So link that question with the theory and try to get the objective. That is what you want. For example, this question, sum of infinite number of terms is 20. So sum to infinity is 20. Sum of infinite number of terms is 20. So S infinity is 20. Sum of infinite number of terms is 20. And sum of the squares is 100. So sum of infinite number of terms is 20 and sum of the squares is 100. The common ratio of GP is, the common ratio of geometric progression is. So now from here we come to know that it is a question in GP, geometric progression. Now the common ratio of geometric progression is, so common ratio, the common notation is R. So we have to find R here. The common ratio of GP is, common ratio of geometric progression is, first option 5, second option 3 by 5, third option 8 by 5, fourth option 1 by 5. Okay, now see solution. It is given the sum of the infinite terms is 20. So you know a geometric progression is generally written as AR squared, AR cubed, like that till infinity, because the common ratio is R, first term is A. So the sum to infinity, the sum of all these terms will be equal to 20 as given. Also there is a formula in geometric progression in your fundamentals. S infinity is equal to A by 1 minus R. A by R minus 1 also you can write, but usually we assume R less than 1, so A by 1 minus R. So sum to infinity of all this, A plus AR squared till infinity, will be equal to A by 1 minus R, that is equal to 20. I'll take as 1. Okay, then it is given the sum of the squares is 100. So I square this, A squared plus square of AR squared, that is A squared R squared. Square of A into R squared, that is A squared R power 4 till infinity equals 100. The sum of the squares is given to be 100. So here the first term is A squared. So A squared by same formula 1 minus, and the common ratio you can see R squared by this term divided by this is R squared. This term divided by this is R squared. Like that the common ratio is R squared. So A squared by 1 minus R squared equals 100. A squared by 1 minus R squared equals 100. 1 and 2. Now comes the matter of simplification. You can follow same method or you can do in your own knowledge. With your own knowledge, different squaring. I have taken squaring 1, dividing, multiplying, subtracting, adding and subtracting, many things. Okay, what method I have followed is, I square this. I'll square this one because there is A squared here. I'll square this so that I'll get both A squared. So when I square this, I'll get A squared by 1 minus R whole squared is equal to 20 squared, that is 400. When I square it, I'll get A squared by 1 minus R whole squared equals 400. Okay. Now I'll divide 3. This I'll take as 3. I'll divide 3 by 2. I will divide 3 by 2. What I'll get? A squared by 1 minus R whole squared divided by A squared by 1 minus R squared, that is 2, equals 400 by 100. Now what happens here? A squared and A squared get cancelled. A squared and A squared get cancelled. So I'll get, this will go to the numerator, 1 minus R squared by 1 minus R whole squared. You know, division of fractions. The denominator will be the reciprocal. So 1 minus R squared by 1 minus R whole squared is equal to 4. This is here a minus b whole squared, that is a minus b into a plus b or a plus b into a minus b, whatever, divided by 1 minus r whole squared. This 1 minus r get cancels. So I am left with the 1 plus r by 1 minus r equals 4. It's very, very clear. Here some, don't confuse here. Here I used 1 minus r squared, a squared minus b squared, 1 minus r into 1 plus r. This 1 minus r and 1 minus r get cancelled. So remaining 1 plus r by 1 minus r equals 4. Then I cross multiplied here. 1 plus r is equal to 4 into 1 minus r, that is 4 minus 4r. Then I brought all the r's to one side. So 4r plus r is 5r. 4 minus 1 is 3. Sign changes, you know that. So r is 3 by 5. So r value is 3 by 5. 3 by 5 means it is the second option. I hope it is clear. Second option, it will be the second option. Okay. So once again I'll explain that problem. The sum of infinite terms is 20 and sum of the squares is 100. The common ratio of the GP is 5. Second option 3 by 5. Third option 8 by 5. Fourth option 1 by 5. Okay. The sum of the infinite terms, since it is a GP, we take it as AR squared till infinity. So sum a plus AR squared to infinity is 20. The formula of sum to infinity is a by 1 minus a is the first term, r is the common ratio is 20. So 1. Then the sum of the squares is given to be 100. The sum of the squares is given to be 100 in the question. So sum of the squares, a squared, square of this will be a squared r squared, square of this will be a squared r power 4, like that to infinity is 100. So this again use the same formula a, that is the first term, a squared by a common ratio is r squared, 1 minus r squared equals 100. Then because a squared is there here, I want to bring a squared here so that we can simplify and cancel. So squaring 1 I get a squared by 1 minus r whole squared equals 400. Okay. Now 3, this is 3, this is 2, 3 divided by 2. Okay. 3 divided by 2, what we get? 3 divided by 2. So a squared by 1 minus r whole squared divided by a squared by 1 minus r squared equals 400 by 100. So here I get a squared get cancelled. 1 minus r squared by 1 minus r whole squared is equal to 4, which implies here a squared minus b squared, that is a minus b into a plus b, 1 minus r into 1 plus r divided by 1 minus r whole squared. 1 minus r cancels. So 1 plus r by 1 minus r is 4. So 1 plus r is equal to 4 into 1 minus a 4 minus 4r. So 5r equals 3, which implies r equals 3 by 5. R equals 3 by 5. So the common ratio r equals 3 by 5. I hope it is very clear to you. Go to the next question, that is question number 10. 1 cubed minus 2 cubed plus 3 cubed minus 4 cubed plus etc. till 9 cubed equals. This could have been a direct question, but since there is minus signs in between, you have to solve it separately. First option 425, second option minus 425, third option 475, fourth option minus 475. So see how we do this. Required sum equals, see, first I take all the sums, 1 cube plus 2 cube plus etc. till 9 cubed. Same question, even if they give till 10 cubed, even if they give till 100 cubed, same method. So 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 9 cubed minus, see what I am doing, minus 2 into, which is negative only I am taking, see, 2 cubed, 4 cubed, 6 cubed, all even number, plus dot 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 till 8 cubed. So 2 times. Why I took 2 times? Because suppose here plus 2 cubed minus plus 2 cubed into plus 2 cubed minus 2 into 2 cubed, that will be minus 2 cubed. Similarly, plus 4 cubed minus 2 into 4 cubed, that will be minus 4 cubed. So this step, that is this step and this step and the problem is same. This step, okay, and the given problem is same. Just see it carefully. Okay, now I use the formula. See here it is there, summation of n cubed. I have given the formula here, n squared into n plus 1 whole squared by 4. This is summation of n cubed, and that is n squared into n plus 1 whole squared by 4, or you can also write it as n into n plus 1 by 2 whole squared, anything. Here I use like that, but here n is 9. So n, that is 9 into 9 plus 1 by 2 whole squared minus 2 into, I remove 2 cubed common here. If I remove 2 cubed common here, okay, 2 cubed 1 plus, this can be written as 2 cubed into 2 cubed, 1 2 cubed common 2 cubed. This can be written as 2 cubed into 3 cubed, 1 2 cubed common, so 3 cubed. And 8 cubed can be written as, after 6 cubed comes 8 cubed. 8 cubed can be written as 2 cubed into 4 cubed, 2 cubed common, like this. So this will be 9 plus 1 10, 2 5 times, 9 into 5 45, 45 squared minus, here 8 into 2 16, Again here same formula. So 4 into 4 plus 1 into n plus 1 by 2, 4 into 4 plus 1 by 2 whole squared. So this 45 squared will be 2025. Just check and see, calculate. 2 8 times, okay, or you can also write it as 216 into 4 into here okay, here you get 4 squared is 16, so 16 here 4, 2 squared is 4, so 4 times, so 4 plus 1 5 squared is 25. So simplify this, 2025 minus 1600, it is equal to 425. So I hope that it is clear to you, okay, this step. It's a simple problem, I hope it is clear. So option A. So now I'm go to the 11th question in this topic. So 11th question is, if a1 comma a2 comma a3 till an are positive real numbers whose product is a fixed number c, then the minimum value of a1 plus a2 plus etc plus an minus 1 plus 2an is, then the minimum value of a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus etc till an minus 1 plus 2an is, first option n into 2c power 1 by n, second option n plus 1 into c power 1 by n, third option 2n into c power 1 by n, fourth option n plus 1 into 2c power 1 by n. So if a1, a2, a3 till an are positive real numbers whose product is a fixed number c, then the minimum value of a1 plus a2 plus etc plus an minus 1 plus 2an is n into 2c power 1 by n, n plus 1 into c power 1 by n, 2n into c power 1 by n, and d is n plus 1 into 2c power 1 by n plus 1 into 2c power 1 by n, okay. Now what happens here is, see the solution. a1, a2, a3 till an are positive real numbers whose product is a fixed number, see, then the maximum value of this. So what I will take, see, just I am using this rule here. Arithmetic mean is also always greater than or equal to geometric mean. I'm using the rule you might have studied in your classes in mathematical induction. Arithmetic mean is always greater than or equal to geometric mean. So here using that, arithmetic mean is a1 plus a2 plus a3 sum plus an minus 1 plus 2an. So n terms divided by n, that is arithmetic mean. Greater than or equal to geometric mean will be the product raised to the power of 1 by n. N terms are there. So a1, a2, a3, n minus 1, 2an power 1 by n. Now what happens here? This n I have cross multiplied here. So it will be a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus etc till 2an is greater than or equal to n. And it is also given here a1, a2, a3 till n are positive real numbers whose product is a fixed number c, whose product is a1, a2, a3 till n minus 1 till n, the product is a fixed number c. So I wrote here c, the product is a fixed number c. So I wrote here c, then this 2 I have written here 2, so power 1 by n. Okay, now what we get here, looking at this, we get a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus etc till 2an is greater than or equal to n into 2c power 1 by n. So it is greater than or equal to, so hence the minimum value, it is greater than or equal to, hence the minimum value of a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus etc till 2an is equal to n into 2c power 1 by n. So minimum value is equal to n into 2c power 1 by n. So that is option A, that is option A. So I hope you have followed it. It's clear. So here the main rule that is used is the arithmetic mean greater than or equal to geometric mean. What is arithmetic mean? That is arithmetic average, sum of all the terms divided by number of terms. And what is geometric mean? Product of all the terms raised to the power of 1 by number of terms. For example, 1, 2, 3. The geometric mean of 1, 2, 3 will be 1 into 2 into 3 raised to the power of 1 by 3. Arithmetic mean will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 divided by 3. So these are the common things which you should know. Okay, now I go to the 12th question. I hope till now it is very clear. So 12th question is, suppose a comma b comma c are in AP and a squared comma b squared comma c squared are in GP. So read the question properly. Suppose a comma b comma c are in AP and a squared comma b squared comma c squared are in GP, geometric progression. If a less than b less than c, a is less than b, b is less than c, and a plus b plus c is 3 by 2, a plus b plus c is 3 by 2, then the value of a is 1 by 2 root 2, 1 by 2 root 3, third option 1 by 2 minus 1 by root 3, fourth option 1 by 2 minus 1 by root 2. Okay. Since ABC are in AP, it is given here, since ABC are in AP, can say B is the arithmetic mean of A and C, so B is equal to A plus C by 2, so 2B equals A plus C. It is also given A plus B plus C equals 3 by 2 in the question. So here A plus C is 2B, A plus C is 2B, so 2B plus B is 3B equals 3 by 2, so B is 1 by 2. I'll take it as 1. B is 1 by 2. Okay. If B is 1 by 2, then A plus C is 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2. That is 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2 will be 2 by 2. That is 1. If B is 1 by 2, substitute the value of B 1 by 2 here. So A plus C is 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2. That is 1. So I take it as 2. Okay. Then another thing they are given is A squared comma B squared comma C squared are in geometric progression. That means B squared is the geometric mean of A squared and C squared. That means if A, B, C are in geometric progression, B is the geometric mean of A and C. So B is equal to square root of AC. Same formula here. Since A squared comma B squared comma C squared are in geometric progression, B squared will be the geometric mean. So B squared equals square root of A squared C squared, square root of the products of the exteriors, that is A squared into C squared, square root of A squared C squared, that is B squared is equal to plus or minus AC. Square root and square get cancelled, plus or minus AC, but B is half. So 1 by 4 equals plus or minus AC, or in other words AC equals plus or minus 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 equals plus or minus AC, or AC equals plus or minus 1 by 4. So from this I can say C is equal to plus 1 by 4A, or C is equal to minus 1 by 4A. From here I can say C is equal to plus 1 by 4A, or C equals minus 1 by 4A. So we take for each step now. When C is equal to 1 by 4A, when C is equal to minus 4A, what happens? Okay. When C is 1 by 4A, we see what happens. From 2, see A plus C equals 1. So A plus 1 by 4A equals 1. So now cross multiply, multiply each term by 4A, or take LCM 4A. So 4A squared plus 1 equals 4A. So 4A squared minus 4A plus 1 equals 0. This is the perfect square, because 2A whole squared minus 2 into 2A plus 1 squared. So A minus B whole squared formula. So 2A minus 1 whole squared equals 0. From this 2A minus 1 equals 0. So A equals half. And we have C is equal to 1 by 4A, so I put the value of half here, so I get C as half. If I get C as half, then what happens? A is half, C is half. A is equal to C, which is impossible. Why? It is impossible. Why? Because A is equal to C I get. If I put A as half, then I get C also as half, so I get A is equal to C. From here I get A equals C. This is impossible because, see here, A is less than B less than C. A is strictly less than C. A cannot be equal to C. So this is impossible. So we take the next case, that is C is equal to minus 1 by 4A. We take the next case, that is C is equal to minus 1 by 4A. So A plus C equals 1. So C is equal to minus 1 by 4A. A plus C equals 1. So C minus 1 by 4A, multiply by 4A. 4A squared minus 1 equals 4A. 4A squared minus 4A minus 1 equals 0. 4A squared minus 4A. What I do here is, because I want to write it as a perfect square, so what I will do here, I want 4A squared plus 2 into 2A plus 1. So I add 2 both sides, or I add and subtract 2. So what happens? Minus 1 plus 2, I added 2 both sides, or I add and subtract 2 one side. Understood? So here I get plus 1. This is just done to make it a perfect square. Now A squared plus B squared minus 2AB to be 2A minus 1 whole squared. So I get 2A minus 1 whole squared, A squared minus 2AB plus B squared. 2A minus 1 whole squared equals 2. So 2A minus 1 equals plus or minus root 2. 2A equals 1 plus or minus root 2, or A equals half plus or minus root 2 by 2, that is half plus or minus 1 by root 2. So I take both the cases. If A is equal to half plus 1 by root 2, then C is equal to minus 1 by 4A. So minus 1 by 4 into half plus 1 by root 2. So minus 1 by 4 into, take LCM, 2 root 2. So it will be 2 root 2. So root 2 plus 2. So C will be equal to, here 2 times. Then what happens here? Root 2 plus 2 divided by root 2. So I get minus 1 by minus 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. So root 2 into root 2 plus 2. So I get here minus 1 by the value that is negative value. Total it is negative. Whatever it is, root 2 into root 2 is 2 plus 2 root 2 minus 1 by 2 plus 2 root 2, which is negative. C is negative, which is impossible since A is less than C. See, since A is less than C given here, A is less than C. But here what happens if C is negative? If C is negative, C will be less than A positive, C negative means C will be less than A, which is impossible. So the only option is A is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1 by root 2. A is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1 by root 2. So this is a good practice for the students for the exam. So just do this problem again and again. Okay. So now I wind up the session here. Once again remembering you, write and study, think, write and study. So I wind up the session here. All the best. Thank you.